News 46 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, a local man is killed in a crash in Las Vegas. The sheriff's office is enforcing the background check for guns, and VEA is taking applications for broadband service. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Friday, February 10th, 2017. I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. Yesterday at approximately 3:52 p.m., a fatal accident occurred in Las Vegas involving two SUVs and a motorcycle. The rider of the motorcycle, who is 50 years old, from Pahrump, died as a result of the crash. The collision occurred in the intersection of Flamingo Road and El Capitan Way. Evidence at the scene and witness statements revealed that a 2016 Kia Sorento was turning left onto northbound El Capitan Way from the left-hand turn lane onto eastbound Flamingo Road on a flashing yellow arrow when it was struck in the right rear by a 2016 Suzuki motorcycle that was traveling westbound on Flamingo Road, crossing El Capitan Way on a green signal. The motorcycle continued westbound and struck the front of a 2014 Ford Escape that was stopped in the left-hand turn lane of eastbound Flamingo Road, waiting to turn left. The rider of the motorcycle was ejected and struck the driver's side of the 2014 Ford Escape. The motorcyclist was transported by ambulance to UMC Trauma Center, where he was pronounced dead by hospital staff. The name of the motorcycle rider from Pahrump has not yet been released. The other occupants in the other vehicles have been treated and released. November's ballot question number 1 has a lot of residents confused regarding the law as it pertains to background checks for gun purchases. Nye County Sheriff Sharon Worley spoke to News 46 about where the law stands at this time.
If I were to loan you a gun to shoot on a non-sanctioned range, I would have to have you get a background check first, or that would make me a felon.
So if you were going out shooting with relatives or friends, everybody would have to have a background check?
Yes, if you're going to allow them to use your firearm on a non-sanctioned range. And if you were going to not only allow them to use it, but if you were going to give them a firearm and they weren't within the first couple of degrees of continuity, then you would have to have them have a background check before you could give them a firearm or sell a firearm to them.
It's difficult to enforce, right?
Well, it would be difficult to enforce it. It's almost a snitch law. I mean, someone would have to tell you that it was going on. But the law did pass, and so now we have to figure out how that implementation is going to happen. The Attorney General began trying to implement this law, and he was unable to do that because the federal government doesn't want to support, or didn't want to support, that many background checks going through their particular organization.
Because legitimately, you have to enforce this. If people are loaning weapons at an unsanctioned range, there has to be enforcement there, right? So would they want it rewritten? What are they looking at now? Do you know?
No, I really don't. I think it's still up in the air how it's going to be implemented. But it doesn't happen just at a range. If I wanted to go out in the desert and go plunk, 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 and I handed you a firearm, if you weren't immediately related to me, I can't do that unless you have a background check.
Right now, Adam Laxalt said he's not going to be enforcing it. Nye County Sheriff's Office won't be enforcing it until something is actually decided.
Oh, we won't be enforcing it until the governor comes out with something, and Laxalt has an implementation plan.
You were against the question 1, right?
Absolutely.
You may have probably heard about the new broadband that Valley Electric Association is bringing to the Valley, and you may have even thought you signed up for it, but there's a chance that you may not be on the list. Ken Johnson from Valley Communication Association told us how to make sure you're in line to get this new service.
Well, here in the Pahrump Valley, we have actually completed all the towers that are required to get service to our members here in the Pahrump Valley. So those were all completed about a week ago. All the radios are lit. So reality is anybody in the valley should be able to come in. We need to get your application. I know there was a little confusion. We've heard this over time that, well, when you first asked about broadband, I put my name on a list and I'm waiting and nobody's coming to install. Well, that was a letter of interest was the first wave. Once we started offering service, then we started taking the formal application. So we really need to folks, in order to get signed up, they need to go online to www.valleycom.com and fill out the online application or stop by the office and fill out that application. But if you've not filled out a formal application and you think you signed up 3 or 4 months ago and nobody's come, you better call and make sure that we have your applications. We can get you in the installation schedule.
727-5312.
You got it.
Well, we're going to tell you what's going on with the roundabouts after this break.